Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Derek Martinez. An 18-year-old charged with murder in Hazel Township has announced that he will drop his attempts to have his case transferred to juvenile court. Ismael Valdez-Batista of Mononoy City has been charged with Reimer Gonzalez of Hazelton with fatally shooting Hazel Township resident Ronaldo Cepeda Jr. on April 14th. The shooting took place at the Performance Auto Repair business on West 23rd Street in Hazel Township. A second man, Carlos Jorge, was also shot in the leg but survived. Prosecutors say Valdez-Batista served as the getaway driver during the incident. Batista had previously been seeking to have his case transferred to juvenile court to avoid the potential for a life sentence if convicted as an adult. However, Batista's attorney announced in court on Thursday that they no longer intend to seek that transfer. Batista continues to await trial at the Luzerne County Correctional Facility without bail. The Luzerne County Council held their first town hall meeting of 2024 Thursday evening. The meeting took place at Nanticoke City Hall, where the public had the chance to directly ask questions to the council and voice any concerns in regards to the county. The main topic of discussion was the Nanticoke West Nanticoke Bridge, which connects Nanticoke and Plymouth Township. The council had discussed options to either replace a portion of the bridge with an estimated cost over $39 million, or fully replace it with an estimated cost upwards of $64 million. Luzerne County Manager Ramilda Crocomo told us that engagement from the public is important for the council in making these decisions.
We've had a series of informational sessions. County Council had a presentation, and now we have the town hall meeting. I think we have responses from the local population.
Partial replacement of the bridge has been the preferred option for the council, as it will offer the quickest return to service and widen the bridge to 12-foot lanes and 4-foot shoulders. However, local business owners expressed concerns on how the construction will affect their businesses. Luzerne County Council Chair John Lombardo told us that understanding these issues from the public's perspective will help to educate their decision for the bridge.
Because of this town hall meeting, we learned of a situation, an issue that we weren't even aware of when it comes to replacing the Nanticoke Bridge, where there are several businesses that could be affected by right-of-way type situations if certain options are exercised. So we're going to look into that. We're going to speak to our engineers, and like I said, we weren't even aware of that. So now that the citizens came to us, I'm very happy that they did. So now we can use that as one of the options that we weigh.
More information on the Nanticoke West Nanticoke Bridge project can be found at luzernecounty.org. Police returned to 142 Carlisle Street in Wilkes-Barre on Thursday to a home where unidentified remains were found last month. According to investigators, the decomposition of the remains prevented officers from determining whether they were animal or human. The remains are currently being analyzed by a forensics anthropology team at Mercyhurst University in Erie that specializes in identifying remains. No additional details have been released at this time. Stay tuned on WYLN for updates on this developing story. Coming up on WYLN News, State Representative Mike Cabell and Senator Dave Argyle visit the Freeland Active Adult Center. Plus, the city of Wilkes-Barre issues a code blue for Sunday evening. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
My name is Wyln, and Mom is raining.
Weather Kids is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Your health deserves a partner.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
And you will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, my beloved coach and teacher Cy Fulton is going to be on the show, so stay tuned for a lot of words of wisdom.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Pennsylvania State Representative Mike Cabell visited the Freeland Active Adult Center this morning along with Senator Dave Argle. The two talked with seniors about the many services offered by the district offices and how they can assist them. Mike Cabell spoke with us after the event about listening to the constructive feedback from the seniors.
Almost every single time we get in front of seniors, we hear their complaints and their rightful complaints about the issues with property taxes. And, we're really doing all we can to help them. Again, I mentioned the property tax and rent rebate program. That's a good start. We've expanded that recently, so that's open to a lot more seniors. But, every day we're working to fight for seniors and help them get them some relief as far as property taxes.
Senator Argle also spoke with us about the issues that the seniors brought up in the discussion.
Number one issue that comes up anytime we talk to seniors in Luzerne County, or for me in Carbon County and Schuylkill County as well, is we need to find a better way to fund the public schools than an archaic, unfair, unconstitutional 1834 property tax. People just hate it.
Argle assures residents that officials are continuously working to provide services that benefit all seniors in Pennsylvania.
One thing that we emphasize today is that we have already voted on a bipartisan basis to extend the property tax and rent rebate program. That helps a lot of seniors, and so we always encourage a senior that if they haven't looked at it for a while, they really ought to drop by the office or give us a call. We've been able to help a lot of people.
A full list of services offered by Senator Argle's office can be viewed at senatorargle.com/constituent services. The city of Wilkes-Barre has declared a Code Blue designation for Sunday, March 10th, due to severe cold temperatures. A Code Blue designation is issued when the National Weather Service forecasts temperatures below 20 degrees or snowfall amounts over 10 inches. During the code, the Keystone Mission Innovation Center on 90 East Union Street will serve as an emergency shelter. Guests hoping to utilize the shelter are asked to arrive between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. and leave by 7 a.m. the following morning. To learn more about the Code Blue program or to volunteer, you can contact the Keystone Mission at 570-871-4795. Coming up on Freeland's News Choice, Ryan Prozik previews 2 local basketball games on Let's Talk Sports. Plus, our furry friends are back on Pets of the Week. Then we check in with State Representative Dane Watrow on Watrow's weekly update. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Feel Good Friday. I'm joined Dr. John. Dr. John, how's it going?
Great, Brian. Thank you for coming again.
I love coming here. So we're going to talk about how to take advantage of the warmer weather. I know last week it was warm and now we have a snowstorm, but it's coming.
I hear this all so often. People say to me, once I feel better, then I will go for walks. It's the opposite. You cannot be too inactive. So as soon as we get one nice day, get out for walks. Take advantage of it. And I'm a native of this area. We get a lot of dreary, cold, damp weather. On those days, exercise indoors. But there's no substitute for fresh air and sunshine and birds chirping. So all I ask, you live life once. Whenever you get a good day, I don't care if you're hurting. Get outside. Don't have to jog. Go for a walk as often as you can. Then you will feel better. And that's when people have more passion for life.
That is entirely true, and I'd like to thank Dr. John for joining us on Feel Good Friday. We'll see you next time.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Welcome back to a Friday edition of Let's Talk Sports. We're going to start with a little local roundup of sorts. As you may have heard, we have two huge basketball games in our area this weekend. And of course, tonight at Hazleton area, the girls Cougars basketball team hosts Pennsbury. We had Coach Joe Gavio on yesterday. It was a bunch of fun to talk to him about the season and just how proud he is of these girls, and it was just so much fun to talk to him. We're going to recap the game with him early next week, so be on the lookout for that one. I am very excited for that one, and we wish the girls team the best of luck heading into their matchup tonight. We also have the Mahanoy area boys team, and they're taking on Northwest area. Mahanoy area is at home, and it's going to be a wild one as tickets for this game are sold out. Mahanoy area's distribution of tickets sold out in less than an hour. That's crazy. It's going to be a madhouse at Mahanoy area. They're coming off an 18-point victory in their last game at Martz Hall this past weekend. And we also have some swimming news to get to. Lorelei Lucas, she finished second in the 500-yard freestyle, and she was declared the champion of District 2, which is incredible achievement, so congrats to her. The Lady Cougars as a team finished 5th, and the Boy Cougars finished 4th, so congrats to them. It's an incredible accomplishment. And we're going to move on to UFC. We have UFC 299 tomorrow, probably the best card of the year so far, and I think it might be a contender once we get to December, but we're just going to go over these things a little quick. We have Sean O'Malley and Marlon Chito Vera for the Bantamweight Championship. Obviously, this is a rematch of a matchup, I believe it was 4 years ago, where Sean O'Malley got injured by a leg kick and then Chito Vera got the knockout, and it is Sean O'Malley's only professional loss. So, of course, once O'Malley took the belt from Sterling, this only made sense as a matchup, and O'Malley is a heavy favorite, but I think Chito Vera, he's gonna stick around. It's gonna be a 5-round fight. Don't get me wrong. That's what Vegas thinks as of right now, and that's what I also think because Marlon Vera is a late starter. If there was a trophy for late starters, he'd be the #1 overall because he will drop rounds 1 or rounds 2 if it's a 5-round fight to anybody. It doesn't matter who you are. He's a slow start. He's going to drop those rounds, but he's really going to put the pressure on as his opponents gas in rounds 3, 4, and 5, or 2 and 3 if it is a 3-round fight. So it's going to be a very interesting one Saturday night or early Sunday morning, like I said. You never know the times of these things, but it's going to be a late one down in Miami, but give me Sean O'Malley. I gotta pick with him. I'm not gonna say 2nd-round knockout like I did against Aljamain Sterling. Somehow I correctly predicted that one. I guess I used all my luck there, but I'm gonna say Sean O'Malley by decision. He's gonna win by 1 point on each of the judges' scorecards, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a split decision in this one either. Co-main, we have a 5-rounder for a non-title fight, very interesting. Benoit Saint-Denis and Dustin Poirier. This one is a very interesting matchup as Saint-Denis has everything to gain while Poirier has everything to lose. He's getting up there in age. He's had the Conor fights. He's had the Chandler fight. He had the Gaethje fight where he had a devastating knockout. And, he's recovering from that now as Gaethje hit him with that head kick. But Benoit Saint-Denis is quite the force as he just knocked out Matt Frevola in his last fight with a head kick. I'm going to go Saint-Denis here. I think it's going to be a very quick fight. I think no matter who wins, it's going to be a quick fight. It's going to be a brawl. I know Dustin's been kind of getting away from that a little bit, but hopefully it's not a retirement fight for Dustin Poirier because that would be absolutely devastating to the hearts of UFC fans everywhere. But give me Saint-Denis by a finish. I'll pick round 3. And then we have Kevin Holland and Michael Page. Michael Page is a signing from Bellator. He's coming over to the UFC, and Kevin Holland is the mixed bag of a fighter. You don't know what you're going to get. He's good, don't get me wrong, but that fight against Wonder Boy, he could have grappled and easily won the fight, and he lost because he kept it to a striking match. Like, he wanted to keep the people entertained, and it's not a bad thing to keep the people entertained because you're going to be well liked, and he signs up for every fight that he gets, but it's just one of those things where if he grapples, he's going to beat Michael Page pretty easily. I'd say 30-27. But if he doesn't, I think he still wins, don't get me wrong, but it's going to be a lot less convincing than if he grapples. So give me Kevin Holland there. I'll take by decision. And then we have Gilbert Burns versus Jack Della Maddalena. Jack Della just fought Kevin Holland in his last fight, and it wasn't all that convincing, and Gilbert Burns is coming off a loss to Bilal Muhammad. I was there in the stands. He was hurt. It was a terrible time because everyone was booing him, and because no one knew he was hurt. They didn't know he was hurt. It was one of those things where it's a very confusing scenario, and he could only use one arm the whole fight. So very disappointing, but I'm going to take Gilbert Burns. I think if he wrestles, he wins. See a theme building here? If the grapplers grapple with the strikers, it's going to end up very well for them. It's more so, will they? Not so much can they. And then rounding out the main card, we have Peter Yan over Song Yadong. I think Peter Yan needs a win to get back on track after his loss to Merab, Sean O'Malley, and Aljamain Sterling. He's fighting absolute tanks in that division, but I think Peter Yan's going to get back on track over Song Yadong. But that does it for this edition of Let's Talk Sports. We're going to be back on Monday to recap the big basketball games of the weekend, so stay right here because we'll be back on Monday. Have a good one.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cheers Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazelton, 570-454-7229. Cheers is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information.
There's no time like the present to adopt a pet, and the SPCA of Luzerne County has more breeds, shapes, and sizes of furry friends for you to check out this week. Everyone say hello to Denali. Denali is a well-mannered and sweet boy looking for a home. Did we mention he's also handsome? He has 2 different colored eyes and a soft coat. Denali is dog and cat friendly and would make a great family pet. Next up, meet Vinny. Meet Vinny. He is a very handsome tuxedo boy. He has the cutest little black nose. He is ready to find his new forever home. Call 570-825-4111 to come on down and check out these featured pets and more. You may just meet your new best friend and give them a well-deserved forever home.
Hello and welcome to Wacho's Weekly Update. I'm Preston Anderson. Here with me is my good friend and state representative, Dane Wacho. How are you today, Dane?
I'm doing great. Once again, I cannot thank you all enough for having me on here to talk about state-related issues and things happening in the community. It's so very important, so I cannot thank you and Wyln enough.
So on Read Across America Week, which is apparently this also having to be near or on Dr. Seuss's birthday, and
Yes.
What's the thing recently that had to occur with both elementary and middle school that you did recently?
Yeah, so Dr. Seuss's birthday, it's March the 2nd, I believe. And I've been at multiple schools already and going to tie everything up by Friday. And what we're doing is I was invited to Heights Terrace Elementary Middle School, Arthur Street Elementary School today. Just left there prior to coming here. And we're just reading Dr. Seuss books to the children and explaining how important reading is to start at such a young age, because let's face it, it defines your education. Reading is so important. Reading and math are 2 very important subjects, and that's one thing Dr. Seuss definitely gets out to the public. And it was just an honor to be back in the school system there in public education and with my former colleagues I used to work with, and seeing the children, getting to be with them was actually really fun. They put on a nice program as well, both the Heights Terrace and Arthur Street Elementary, and I'm excited tomorrow. I'll be circling back to Schuylkill County and hitting McAdoo Elementary Middle School, where I have many friends and members within my community back at that school. So it's just a great experience to sit there with the kids and express how important reading is.
Now, from what I've also heard, you did this little bill thing that that is made mandatory work regarding cursive writing.
Yeah, so that's a super important. Actually goes hand in hand with what we were just talking about. I introduced a bill. A former colleague of mine had the bill, and I decided we can't let it die. He's no longer with us, so I thought, I'm going to go ahead and be the prime sponsor of that bill right now. And it's requiring public education to mandate cursive writing before they graduate. We had a conversation prior to going on the air that you were taught it in 2nd grade, myself as well. However, it's not in the curriculum anymore. It's not, I shouldn't say that, it's not mandated by the state anymore. It is in a lot of the curriculum that my school districts that I represent, the 4 school districts, they all teach it. And I think this is something we need to codify and make sure that this is being taught clear across the state of Pennsylvania. The Commonwealth is, we got to make sure we're sending our children out there when they graduate learning to know how to write cursive. Let's face it, checks. I understand modern technologies, computers, but people still do write checks. You got to sign your name. You have to sign your name on legal documents. You have to, the Constitution was done in cursive. The governor who signs my bill that was passed a few short months ago signed it in cursive. We have to make sure that our children understand how to write and read cursive. to include mathematics is super important too. I think in sitting on the education committee, it's important to bring back the simple fundamentals to the classroom, the cursive, the basic math, the checkbooks, and so on and so forth. I remember going to school and we had so many great programs, and I would like to see those programs come back. Is it going to happen overnight? No, I understand. But one thing at a time, one step at a time, cursive, maybe back to checkbook writing, all the simple things that we do in our daily life.
Yeah. I can now recall the last time I signed something that's not in cursive. Let's see, my checks, my Lego Club subscription thing. I remember doing that in cursive, and even when signing up for a certain job, you still use your cursive signature.
That's right.
And I cannot imagine regarding a job. Let's see, working hard at it, especially when you're a government official, such as working for 50 whole years, especially like this one person you saw recently with McAdoo Fire.
Yeah, we had a great event this past Saturday. This past Saturday was a super busy day for me, but a good busy day. I like to stay busy, cannot sit still, so my public service definitely fits me well. So Saturday was McAdoo Fire Company annual awards banquet. I got to attend that. Chief Zangari from Gerardville was honored for his 50 years of dedicated, tireless service as a volunteer firefighter. From there, I ran down to my Schuylkill portion of the district where I got to honor two wonderful men. One was the Elk of the Year for the Monomoy City, a great guy, so much passion for his community. And the second one, Jeffrey Bowers. That man right there came such a long way, has a great, amazing story. I won't take his thunder, but maybe somebody you want to talk to at some point. Jeffrey Bowers, he's a construction worker in the private sector, and his love and passion for the community in Monomoy City, to be successful, to succeed, he has so many great ideas for that community. And it was my honor to present him and the Elk of the Year with a citation from the House of Representatives. But back to Jeffrey Bowers, he was Citizen of the Year, and he was so thankful and honored, and just a humble man.
We could strive to have people who are more humble like that, and man, that would be awesome. A world full of that. We can't get enough of that, can we?
No, but we have so many good people, especially in our district here, that I love to represent. And like I said, Jeffrey is just that humble, down to earth, willing to work and make his community so much better.
We could always use a great community. It's awesome stuff,
Yeah.
I'm hearing.
Yes, it is.
Let's see, and you get to experience it. I get to experience some along the way if we just so happen to be in the same room.
Yep.
Yeah. I say we brought up some great stuff today, right?
We did, absolutely. All positive stuff, for sure.
Yes, great. So literature, volunteer stuff, great community. Okay, well, that seems to be great enough for Watchers Weekly Update. I hope we get some more positives next time.
And that does it for the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest news and updates on our YouTube, Facebook, or at our website at wylntv.com. Stay with us for a look at the weather.